Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Manning Field here on Locust Street in Lynn, Massachusetts. I'm Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television. Excited to bring you today's 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game. The game dates back to 2012. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go, but I'd like to extend my thanks to you, the viewer, for tuning in today. Also my crew from Lynn Classical who came out and their seeming first day of summer break to film this game for you. So we're happy to bring it to you. Another great matchup. Wearing blue is the North team, and wearing white is the Southern team. So we're happy to bring you lacrosse as we go to the half mark for the face-off. We got Bobby DeFeo facing off for the South, and Evan Napolitano, long stick midfielder from the North. And a shot coming right off of the cross of Bobby DeFeo. If you're just tuning in, you may have seen our All-Star Girls Lacrosse game. Men's lacrosse is a little faster, a little bit more contact, so we'll expect to see some action here today. South working the perimeter of the box here, trying to find a scoring opportunity here. Tries to come around the crease. Low shot coming off of the cross of number 9 from the South, Brady Ayles. And the North will be challenged from clearing from their own territory. Defender soars the ball way downfield over to a long stick midi. And that's Evan Napolitano out of Pentucket, long stick midfielder. South able to turn that ball over quickly, and now they're forced with the potential to clear the ball. They're able to get across that half mark pretty cleanly. He should come into the left-hand side, creates a little bit of space. And a quick goal. The South draws blood first here in the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game. And that's Christian Urbano out of Swampscott, the attackman. Urbano making a commitment to Hood College next year.
South will score by number 28, Christian Urbano.
Chris Salvatore out of Newbury, the goaltender for the North. And we'll go back to the half mark for the face-off. Napolitano facing off for the North. Able to influence that ball where he wants it. Bit of a scrum there for the ground ball. It looks like Mason Simpson will take that one away. South wins the face-off there. South coming out strong. Napolitano off of the field now. Bit of a substitution. Bobby McDonald will come off. And coming back on is Ryan Din. South with an opportunity to get inside. Gets inside 2. Can't get the shot off. Ground ball. South comes away. Creates a little bit of space. Shot right on the goaltender. Nice easy save for Salvatore. Salvatore, goaltender out of Newburyport, making a commitment to UMass Lowell. He's going to take this one himself, create a little bit of space. He's got the wheels to cross the half mark. He's going to try to find an outlet there and an attackman. He'll be checked. That ball will end up on the ground. Salvatore's going to have to do a lot of work to get back into that net. South now clearing. Up over to a long stick defensiveman. Gets across the half mark here. A couple substitutions. He'll need to slow things down. Lee Poulin with the ball. Waits for his teammates to be aligned in the right position. Pass out one up to the midfielder. That's Christian Urbano. Already got a goal today. Urbano over to Din. Din out of Lynn Classical, a midfielder, making a commitment to UMass Amherst. A lot of good lacrosse over there. Then met with the contention of two defenders. Tries to get that shot off, bounces off of a long pole. Goaltender forced to come out of the crease and put a little bit of pressure on the defense. That leaves the goal wide open. He goes with a low shot, rolling right across that midline, right across that goal line.
North goal scorer by number 19, Oliver Pons.
The attackman out of Newburyport, Oliver Pons, making his commitment to Texas. Big school. And a hot place to play lacrosse. So 1-1 here with 10 minutes, 11 seconds in the first quarter. We'll go to the half mark for the face. North able to influence that in the direction that they wanted. Unfortunately, nobody there to take it away. Robbie McDonald will cross the half mark, get his touch inside of the box, pass it over to an attackman. North playing in a man defense here. Pass across the crease. Never a great decision. Maxwell Hoponian. And after a botched pass attempt, North is in command to take another goal. Tries to sneak in through the crease, met with some pretty good defense. He'll have to slow things down. South playing in his zone defense here. Ball bounces out of the cross. Takes a shot. Goalkeeper able to deflect that one away. Zachary McHugh will inbound the ball. McHugh, an attackman out of Newburyport, going to Arizona State. He'll roll that one over to Thomas Cahill as the ball went out of bounds on the far side of the field. Cahill trying to create a little bit of space. Has a cutter. Has the space. Gets inside one. Shot on net. Gobbled up by the goaltender out of the South. That's Finn Miniasi out of Marblehead, making his commitment to Castleton. And the South able to cross that half mark with ease, gets their touch. And they're really going to do what they can to spread out this North defense here. Urbano trying to find a little bit of space. Can't get it. Elects to pass off to a fellow attackman. That's Lee Poulin. Poulin trying to find a little bit of room. Man, defense seems to be working well for the North. Good check there off of the long pole. Urbano just can't field the pass cleanly from Hamponian. Hamponian with the potential of a shot. Can't get it there. Ends up in a ground ball situation. Now the North trying to clear that ball out. And he's wearing 5, but he's not on the roster. Gobbled up by the defense of the South. Nice pass over to Urbano. Urbano will cross the half mark cleanly. Napolitano doing a good job at keeping Urbano in front of him. Tack working the X position here, trying to create a little bit of space and find these deep holes out of position. And the man situation has been working well for them. Maxwell Hamponian elects to pass that one off. A shot comes off of the cross of Ryan Din. Din out of Lynn Classical, midfielder, making a commitment to UMass, gets his first goal of the Agganis All-Star Lacrosse game.
Goal scored by number 17, Ryan Din.
So we'll go to the half mark. Urbano to take the face off for the South. On the wing, wearing 13, William Cuevas. And 18, Jack Glowix. On the far side of the field, Evan Napolitano for the North. And Manny Alvarez-Segui. Facing off for the North is Braden McDonald. The North can't get that one cleanly. Defense is now released as that ball crosses the box line. Can't keep possession. The South now on a fast break. They're going to slow this one down and work the perimeter of the field. That ball ends up in the X position here. The X-attackman looking for somebody to find. Tries to come in on his own. Low shot. Deflected away by the goalkeeper out of the North. Good deke there coming off of the defender for the North team. Well, what a shot. Comes right off of the goalie's helmet. And Deepole wearing blue is wearing 3, but he's not on the program. Shot right off of the cross of number 19, Maxwell Hamponian. Hamponian scores the 3rd goal of the day.
South goal scored by number 19, Matt Camponian.
So the South lead 3-1 here. Less than 4 minutes in the quarter. And we go to the half mark for the face. Pushed in a favorable position for the South, but coming away with it's the North. Everett Anderson will come on for the North. Thomas Cahill looking to find a little bit of separation here. Good stick check coming off of the cross of Bobby DeFeo. A little bit of a yard sale out there. What may have worked throughout the season, maybe a little bit different here in the All-Star game. Each of these kids have most likely been playing lacrosse before their high school careers began. Loose ball foul. That push call will result in a clearing opportunity for the North. North midfielder wearing, I believe, number 7 out there. Not on the program. Passes over to the attackman wearing 21. That's Joe Turpin. Turpin not able to field it cleanly. The North doing everything that they can to stop that ball from going out of bounds. They do a pretty good job at it. Evan Anderson with a shot attempt. Gets past the goalkeeper there. Anderson with his first goal of the game. Midfielder out of Gloucester making his commitment to Nichols next year.
North goal scored by number 5, Ryan Philbin.
And it looks like Ryan Philbin is wearing number 5. Philbin. So we'll make that adjustment for you guys at home. So Ryan Philbin with this first goal of the game. A fast break. Urbano tries to take a shot. That one's going to bounce away. Quick shot. Wide right. The North now with an opportunity to clear from their own territory. 2 are on the defender. He likes to pass up long to the defensive midfielder. Back over to the cross of Joe Turpin. Turpin tries to find an attackman. Turpin open across the crease. Can't field that pass cleanly. South picks it up quickly. Urbano crosses that half mark. He's got some pretty solid defense on him. Can he get a touch? I think he has. Ryan Din now with the ball. Gets a little bit of separation. Gets past one. Low shot. That's the second of the day. Din, the midfielder out of Lynn Classical.
South goal scored by number 17, Ryan Din.
North trying to gobble that ball up. Met with a lot of contention by the defense of the South. And the deep pull out of the South able to get that one out. Takes a wild shot on net. Goalkeeper out of the North able to gobble that one up quickly. Salvatore there on the save. And at the end of the first quarter, the South lead 4-2. We'll be back right after this break. Welcome back for the second quarter here. As the North takes on the South in the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game, facing off for the North. For the South, Tristan Dillon, and for the North, William Gagnon. South will take that one away. Wild shot up high. Coming off of the cross of the long stick midfielder. Wearing 4. That's Robbie McDonald. The ex-attackman there for the touch, and the South will maintain possession. A little bit of a fake pass around the back. Trying to create a little bit of separation. He's got it, but hangs that cross out a little too high. And Joe Turpin there on the check. Fields it cleanly, gets it across the half mark, and gets a touch. Passes it over to Brady Cooper. Cooper can't maintain possession. Has a bit of a check battle between Cooper and Jack Glowix. And White will be tasked to clear from outside the box on the close side of the field. Jack Glowix gets that one across the half mark with a quick roll. Urbano can't field it cleanly. And now the North will clear from their own territory. Long pass across the field into the cross of number 6, Thomas Cahill. Cahill gets his touch. Passes down to an attackman. He's going to try to create a little bit of separation there at the X position. Comes inside, thinks he has a shot. And that's Stephen Fogarty. Fogarty out of Melrose, making a commitment to the University of New England next year. The South clearing from their own territory. Long pull passes up to a midfielder. Lee Poulin able to get the touch quickly. Urbano down at the X position here. Urbano trying to create a little bit of separation between William Gagnon and himself. He's met with 3 different defenders. Loses that ball right inside of the middle of the North Territory. Trevor Coughlin gobbles it up quickly. Passes over to midfield. The midfielder trying to get that ball over to Nicholas Costa. Costa can't field it cleanly. Pass coming from Maxwell Hemponian. A long pass across the field into the cross of the midfielder for the South. And he'll trot across that half mark. Passes it back up to Maxwell Hampton. Hamponian. Hamponian gets his touch down to the attackman. Try to create a little bit of space here. Can't get in him. Met with two defenders. Still able to get a shot off. That one sails past the goalkeeper of the North, Chris Salvatore. And an excellent offensive push there from the attackman out of the South. Wearing 9. That's Brady Ailes. Ailes with his first goal of the game, coming out of St. Mary's, making his commitment to Regis College. William Cuevas out of Salem, the midfielder taking the face for the South. The South trying to rake that ball into their cross. The attack is released. William Cuevas now gets his touch inside the box. Cuevas back up to Urbano. I'm sorry, that's Mason Simpson. Simpson, the midfielder out of Beverly, making his commitment to Springfield College, big lacrosse program over there. And an excellent effort coming from the South at the top of the box, able to deke past one and screen in between two. Hamponian with the second goal of the game. The midfielder out of Austin Prep. Going to Indiana next year. Whether or not these student athletes plan on playing lacrosse at some of these big schools, they'll certainly get a lot better just by being associated with some of these programs that we see here. We'll go to the half mark for the face. And the South able to influence it. Might have been a little too slow off the wing. Couldn't get the ground ball cleanly. Now we got a bit of a battle there. Robbie McDonald comes in. Long stick midfielder out of Austin Prep. Gets past 1 and 2. Got to try to take a shot on. Loses that one to the defense of the North. That's Evan Napolitano. Takes a shot. The North there in position on the out-of-bounds shot. Coming inside. Can't get past the defender from the South. That's Manny Alvarez-Segi. Alvarez-Segi back with the ball at the X position. Passes up top to Thomas Cahill. Cahill over to long stick midfielder wearing 3. Takes a shot. High shot. Can't get there. Inside. Can get a low shot off. As he falls to the ground, that one rolls far right. Manny Alvarez-Segi trying to get there. The attackman out of Bishop Fenwick. Not sure what he's doing next year. Today he's playing lacrosse. Joe Turpin Creating a little bit of separation here. Can he get the shot off? He does. Bounces off of the knee of a defender as he rolls around on the ground. Umps will take a bit of a break to assess the injury to the player. And looks like he caught it just below the torso. A lot of sacrifice made by those guys with those deep holes. All out of love for their goalkeepers. At some point, every player finds themselves between the goal and the ball. It's usually not a favorable thing unless a shot is blocked, like we saw just right there. I believe that's Nicholas White out of Gloucester. Sorry, that's Henry Jalbert out of Austin Prep. We'll take a bit of a break on the sidelines here as he tries to recoup. And we'll take the game from the goalkeeper out of the South, Colin Dillon. Trying to shoot across that half mark, forced in a position to pass over to a deep hole. Luckily, they're able to get that one over. I believe this is Simpson. Mason Simpson, Beverly, midfielder. Passes over to Ryan Dunn out of Lynn Classical. Dunn with already 2 goals today. His pass not fielded cleanly by the midfielder out of the South. North forced with a potential clearing opportunity from within their own territory. He'll still pass one. Passes over to a long stick midfielder. That's Stephen Dreyer. Dreyer passes down to the attack, wearing number 12. Zachary McHugh working the perimeter of the box, trying to create a little bit of space. Can get inside one defender. Can he get inside 2? Gets a shot off. A little wide right. McHugh out of Newburyport. The attackman committed to Arizona State next year. And the midfielder out of the North is going to take an opportunity to pull a couple off. Can get it to the ex-attackman. Can't get the shot off. Thomas Cahill scoops up that ball. Shot wide left. The North is there for the touch. Brady Cooper will inbound this ball for the Blue. Cooper dekes right, comes back left, coming inside the crease. Has a midfielder up top, not in position. Stephen Fogarty out of Melrose. Can't get to that one. Now the South working to get inside of that perimeter. Shot wide right. White ball. The ex-attackman for the South comes inside. Meets a decent stick check by the long pole, wearing 20 out of the North team. That's James Sharkey. Linfield, a long stick defender, making his commitment to UMass Amherst. That stick check results in a fast break opportunity. Pass from the middle of the perimeter down to the crease. Brady Cooper scores his first of the game.
North goal scored by number 10, Brady Cooper.
6-3 here with 4 minutes left in the half. South leading the North. Ryan Philbin to face off for the North. On the wings, Braden McDonald. And whoever that kid is who's wearing number 3, see if we can get a name from the press box at the half mark. Costa trying to get that one into position for one of his wings to come away with that ball. He can't do it. A lot of back and forth here. Possession call should be made. Long stick midfielder for the North, able to field that one cleanly. Gets his touch, passes over to number 5, can get inside. Low shot, catches some of the turf there. That's Ryan Philbin again. Philbin on the face-off. Joe Turpin with the ball, creates a little bit of separation, decides not to take that shot, and then reassesses and takes it there. That's Turpin's first goal of the game. The attackman out of Pentucket with a commitment to Nichols College.
North goal scored by number 21, Joe Turpin.
And a clean rip from right in the middle of the field, about 5 yards inside the box. The Masconomet goaltender, Colin Dillon, didn't have much of a chance there as his defense and the attack were screening him from that shot. And what we thought would have been a crazy shot for Turpin looked to be perfect for him. A couple people screening that goalie. Those balls come out of those crosses about 80, sometimes 90 miles an hour, depending on who's shooting them. We'll go to the half mark for the face-off. The South leading 6-4 over the North. Possession called inside of the box. Urbano with the shot. I'm sorry, Mason Simpson with the shot. Bounces right past the goalkeeper for the North. Simpson with his first goal of the game. Midfielder out of Beverly, attending Springfield College next year.
South goal scored by number 27, Mason Simpson.
Simpson active in a lot of different capacities. See him on the clears, on ground balls. There we see him score a goal. South leading 7-4 with about a minute left in the half. Bobby DeFeo with possession right now. Passes down a long stick midfielder wearing number 4. Gets a shot on net. Bounces back into his cross. Robbie McDonald with 2 opportunities to shoot there. Neither one able to get past the goalkeeper inside those orange bars. North there for the touch. They're going to be forced to clear from their own territory. A long pass coming off of the cross of Bobby DeFeo. I'm sorry, William Gagnon. A shot from Napolitano up high. North able to maintain possession here as they're closest to the ball. After the shot, sails out of bounds. Coming inside, he's met with the contention of 2 defenders. It looks like a crease violation on the North. White ball will result in a fast break opportunity here. A couple of substitutions happening at not the most opportune time for the North. Low shot bounces off of the shins of the goalkeeper. And that's the half. South leading the North 7-4. A lot of good lacrosse out here. Goals are spread throughout both rosters. A lot of ground ball opportunities, good clean clears. We'll be back right after this break. Welcome back to the second half of the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game. Currently, if you're just joining us, the South leads the North 7-4. The North coach, Mike Rice out of Triton. The South coach, Peter Papagiannopoulos for the Lynn Jets. We'll go to the half mark for the face-off here. A good, clean, fast break here coming off of the cross of number 21 for the North. That's Joe Turpin. Turpin already with the goal. And the ex-attackman will wait for his players to create a little bit of space. Tries to get inside. Can't get it. Ends up on the ground. Tosses that ball away for dear life. A bit of a battle here at the half mark. The South's Bobby DeFeo able to get that one cleanly. Gets his touch inside the box. Trying to create a little bit of space against William Gagnon. Gagnon with the quick stick out there today. Mason Simpson with the ball. He's got a goal today for the South so far. Got a lot of space outside the box. Likes to pass down to number 9, Brady Ailes. Brady loses that ball. Jack Hayden gets past that half mark. Finally got a name on number 3 for the North. Hayden been very active on clears, ground balls, and face-offs today. Passes that one over, releases the midfielder from the half mark. Trying to find a little bit of space here. Shot coming off with a cross of number 6, Thomas Cahill. That's his first of the day. Gets past 3 defenders on that one.
North goal scored by number 6, Thomas Cahill.
Cahill brings the North back within 2 goals. 13 minutes left here in the third period of the game. Quarter, rather. Nicholas Costa to take the face-off for the South. Costa able to influence that one. A lot of contention there by the North. Bryn Zellen. North able to scoop that ground ball up cleanly. That's Evan Napolitano able to get past 2. He's inside the box. Going to take a shot. Saved by the goalkeeper out of Masconomet, Colin Dillon. Dillon tries to go with the clear. Doesn't get it cleanly. Luckily, Jack Glowick's there. Has to get past a slew of defenders for the North. Gets his touch inside the box. He's checked about a half a dozen times in a 5-yard span. Back down to the ex-attackman for the South. South playing down low, but are out wide. Trying to get a little bit of space for that attackman. Doesn't have it. Passes over to 19. That shot misses wide left. Oliver Pons. I'm sorry. Maxwell Himponian already has 2 goals today. Brady Ailes will inbound the ball for the South. Passes over to the ex-attackman. Goes with a pass across the crease. Goalkeeper from the North scoops it up quickly. Chris Salvatore out of Newburyport. He's been around the ringer before. Wasn't going to let that one go. Another shot coming from the North. North really trying to dig themselves out of this 2-goal hole. A shot off of the pass from the inbound. That's number 21, Joe Turpin, with the second of the day. South still leads the North 7-6. Turpin, 2 goals on the day. Now, I might apply the anchor's curse to this, but not a single penalty in this game. Nobody spent any time in the box. It has been 20 years since 2004 when they would let us assault each other for 4 periods, but today it's a little different. Player safety and integrity of the game, very important. Goalkeeper out of the self, doing a little bit of leg work. Nice pass over to the half mark. Not able to get that one cleanly. North defender gets inside the box. A low shot. Able to sneak that one past the goaltender. That's William Gagnon. And that's not his first shot attempt of the day. Generally, it's not something that you would see.
North goal scored by number 14, Will Gagnon.
And now we got a tie ball game here, folks. 7-7. Goalkeeper out of the South, Colin Dillon, having a phenomenal game so far. A couple of these wild shots have been so far outside the box. He's had time, but the North defense is doing a good job at playing tight inside that crease. So there's a lot of screening that's happening against Dillon today. Face-offs have been very competitive. Dead ball foul. There it is. We got our first penalty of the game. I knew it would happen. I jinxed him. James Sharkey, I gotta say, the penalty's not your fault. It's because I said something about there not being any penalties. So, dead ball foul results in penalty time for the North, the South, and a man-up situation here. And they're going to try to ensure that they can walk away with a goal here. Bit of a 1-2 connection with the midfield. Now getting the attack involved. Looks like a 5-man zone. Shot coming from the far side of the field. Misses wide left. The South is there for the touch. Tries to come inside, met with some pretty solid defense. Can he push his way back towards the crease? No. He likes to pass over to Brady Ailes. Ailes with a low shot, gobbled up by the goaltender out of the North. Chris Salvatore. Shot coming off of the cross of Ryan Philbin. Philbin shot saved pretty cleanly by Colin Dillon. Dillon's pass on the clear attempt, not fielded cleanly. And now we're watching another offensive attempt from the North. A wild shot by Jack Hayden, trying to get in the mix with Will Gagnon. Tries to come inside the crease, gets a shot off low. Sails past the goaltender, Colin Dillon. And now the North has taken the lead. Oliver Pons with his second goal of the game. 6 minutes left in the quarter. 5, sorry. Gagnon will take the face off. I'm sorry, Bobby DeFeo will take the face off for the South. And I'm seeing Salvatore in the face-off, but I don't think that is correct. I mean, he's the goaltender. Unless they're doing some sort of switch here. Quick face-off. Results in a shot coming off of the cross at number 19, Maxwell Hemponian. Hemponian with the goal already. High pass after the check underneath that hand. So rolls out of bounds. The North will clear from their own territory outside of the box. James Sharkey there. Low shot up high. Sails way out of bounds. And there's a souvenir for one of the residents near Manning Field. Manny Alvarez-Sagi at Bishop Fenwick trying to go with that long, about 20-yard shot there. Good defense by the South. South now playing down. Most of the game they've been playing up. Tries to come inside of the crease, passes back out to an attackman, up to a midfielder wearing 21 with the shot and gets it. That's Joe Turpin with his third goal of the game.
Goal scored by number 21, Joe Turpin.
Turpin will take a bit of a breather after that one. And the South defense looks down on themselves. Not sure what's going on. These guys came out hot. And I think the North has just done a better job at selecting their shots. They've had a lot of success at shooting about maybe 10, 5 yards inside of the box. Their attack is playing tight. They're putting the pressure on Colin Dillon, the goalkeeper for the South. Ground ball fight here. 2 against 1. South will prevail. Good check by Jack Hayden. Bono with the ball. Barks out a couple of orders. Mason Simpson walks onto the field. Simpson down low near the crease. Urbano trying to get in between two. Can't. Gets past the crease. Low shot. Misses wide left. Bobby Ailes to inbound the ball for the South. Urbano. Up to Simpson. Simpson with the shot. Ball stays in bounds. Good backup by the attack for the South. South trying to increase their lead here. Able to get inside 2. And he breaks his cross. The North with a clean clear. Back inside, gets it down to the attackman. Wearing number 13. I believe that's William Cuevas out of Salem. Right time, right place.
Goal scored by number 19,
Oliver Pond, sorry. And that's a North goal. The North now in a 10-7 lead. Ponds with 3 goals today, tied with Joe Turpin with 3. Hemponian, 2 for the South, and Ryan Dunn, 2 for Lynn Classical. That ball is pushed across the South territory off of the face-off. After the shot, Colin Dillon will be closest to the ball. Passes over to a deep pole. Long ball across the half mark, not able to be fielded cleanly. There'll be a ground ball battle right down here inside the box, but not much of a battle. Hayden able to get that one across the half mark, met with a stick check. Although that ball falls in a favorable position for the North. Colin Dillon gobbles up that ground ball cleanly. And that's the period. So score 10-7. The Lacrosse Sticks of the North have become very hot. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back for the final quarter of the game. The North leading the South 10-0 after a huge comeback, being down 6-3. Putting a lot together here. A fast break opportunity there results in a quick save. Bobby DeFeo wins the faceoff and then comes in, takes a shot on net. The goalkeeper from the North able to walk away with that one cleanly. Now, our program is certainly not as accurate as what we're seeing on the field. I'll try to specify. And the North, with a shot, rips it from about 5 yards inside the box. Evan Napolitano takes that shot, give himself some time to get off of the field. Wide right, coming off of the cross of Zachary McHugh. McHugh thought that one was right on. Not so much. He's met with a contention of 2 defenders. This is Joe Turpin. Turpin already with 3 goals on the game. His shot's deflected away. And it'll be cleared cleanly across the half mark by the deep hole out of the South. Gets his touch. William Cuevas with the ball, creating a little bit of separation. Cuevas gets the ball over to Bobby DeFeo. DeFeo over to Brady Ailes. Ailes finds the D long stick midfielder, and he hangs his cross a little high. Defense from the North checks that one away. The South in possession on the inbound. DeFeo tries to get past one. He's met with some pretty good solid defense. Gets past the hip shot. Sails past the goalkeeper from the North.
South goal scored by number 14, Bobby DeFeo.
DeFeo's first goal of the game. Now, for the North, you see wearing 4 is the goaltender. I got 1 goaltender on my roster, and it says Chris Salvatore, who's supposed to be wearing 28. So, just want to say in advance, for those who may be commenting, we're doing the best we can with what we got, but we're hoping that this game's entertaining enough to take away, so we'll continue to do our best. South walks away with a nice, easy face-off. They get their touch inside the box. A little bit of position separation here. DeFeo with the goal, the last goal for the South. Passes back over to the attackman. Shot coming from about 6 yards inside the box. That pass is going to roll out of bounds. The North will be tasked with clearing from outside of the box. Ryan Philbin takes that one on his own, uses his legs, gets his touch inside the box, and they're going after him. Philbin able to get past 2, takes a shot, goaltender pushes that one away with his cleat. The South now in a clearing opportunity here, creating enough space to get that pass across the half mark. Long stick midfielder out of the South. gains control of it. And the South trying to settle things down and create a little bit of a gain and getting into this 10-point category. 10-8 here with about 10.5 minutes in the final quarter of the game. South working the perimeter of that area. Gets it down to the crease. Long stick midfielder. The South now within 1 point after being up 3 and then down 3. So something to celebrate for the long pull out of the South. I think we got Henry Jalbert. On the goal there. Was it Jackson Vogel? Wearing 26 and on the roster, Lee Poland. It says they're a midfielder. We'll go with what we got. Poland with his first goal of the game. The North now tasked to clear from their own territory. Long pole trying to create a little bit of space against that attackman. Passes the ball perfectly across the half mark. North there to take it away. A little bit of a discrepancy by the South defense. But they slow things down, and now the North is on another attempt to score. That shot rolls out of bounds. The North in possession for the possession call. Coming from the X position here. Wearing 21 for the Blue with a shot up high. Joe Turpin trying to add 4 to his tally. Check there, results in a short clear opportunity for the South. Pulling with another shot outside the net. Sorry, Turpin with another shot outside the net. Jack Hayden, hungry for a goal today. Couple of attempts. Luckily, his attack has been in position for the possession call after the shot sails out of bounds. And it looks like we're going to have our second penalty of the game. Got a loose ball check. He'll get 30. So 2 30-second penalties have been dished out today. One to the North and now to the South. At the loose ball foul. And he's to be serving 60 seconds. That's Jack Glowicz out of St. Mary's, the long stick midfielder, making his commitment to Regis College next year. Another shot about 5 yards inside the box by Jack Hayden. Soars high and to the left. The ex-attackman up to Thomas Cahill. Cahill to Hayden. And the North working the perimeter. Trying to pass across the length of the field. Results in an interception for the South. And a decent clear across the half mark, but ugly down inside of the box. The South still needs a point here. About 7 minutes in the quarter. And it's a 2-on-1, 2-on-2 situation. 3-on-3 ground ball situation. North comes away with it. Long ball over to Hayden. Hayden waiting for the ball to bounce towards him. Doesn't get there in time. I guess if you are one of the midfielders for the South, got there just in time for them to deflect that ball away. Now they're going to force an inbound from the North outside of the box. At least they're able to prevent that fast break. Try to get inside. Hangs his stick. Good check by the midfielder out of the South. Coming from the X position. Manny Alvarez-Segi passes that one back up. Zachary McHugh with the ball. He's all on his own. Can he create enough space to get past the defender? He'll elect to pass to the X position. 2v1 situation here. A bit of a switch. McHugh now working from the X position. Thinks he's got something. Gets past the defender to the left-hand side. Loses that ball. Tries to take a shot on net. Goalkeeper out of the south. Right in possession of Clamp. Onto it. Nice, clean, clear across the half mark. Fake pass over to left. Shot coming off of the cross. Of the south. North goalkeeper will put himself in a position for the possession call. A wild pass. Sails out of bounds. Nice pass inside two defenders. Low shot. Goalkeeper out of the north able to gobble that one up pretty cleanly. 10-9, 4.5 minutes left in the final quarter of the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game. James Sharkey will take that one across the half mark. Passes over to an attackman. One coming across the crease. Tries to take a shot low. The North in a position now where they can try to bleed this clock. Philbin all on his own, about 2 yards inside the box. Passes over to McHugh. McHugh back down to the attack, and now we're at the X position. Over to Cooper. Cooper up to McHugh. I'm sorry, Philbin. Philbin trying to get past two. Can't do it. Hangs his stick. A little bit of a yard sale out there. The deep pull from the south. Fields it cleanly. Crosses that half mark. Able to create a little bit of separation. A little bit more. Passes down on attackman. They're inside. Can he get the shot on? And he does. Excellent teamwork on the clear there to catch the North out of position. Simpson with his second goal of the day, his first with a deep pull. Simpson, the midfielder out of Beverly, making his commitment to Springfield. And last time I checked, Springfield College uses a lot of defensive midfielders. I got Henry Jalbert here, but I think what's being read over the PA is a little bit more accurate than the soft cover to cover roster for the Agganis tournaments. Tie game here, about 2 minutes left in the final quarter. Cahill passes over to Hayden. Hayden's going to try to create a little bit of separation. Sure, shot comes here. There it is. High check. That ball sails about 10 yards over the goalkeeper. Brady Cooper in possession for the possession. Cooper tries to get past one. Met with some pretty good solid defense from the south. Cahill to Hayden. Hayden back down to the attack. Stephen Fogarty. Can't get that one there. Passes down to the X-player. Manny Alvarez-Segi tries to take a shot with his back turned towards the goalkeeper out of the south. Gobbled up cleanly. And now the North trying to keep this clear from happening. South gets across that half mark with a lot of contention. The deep pull checked down. North now with a fast break opportunity. Deep pull is able to clear that half mark. Midi called back. Passes down to the attackman up top. Number 16. That's Zach McHugh with the shot. Nice goalie. Nice goaltending by the goalkeeper out of the South. I got Colin Dillon here. And an opportunity here for a shot. And he is quite literally assaulted down in the North Territory. And now both teams are exchanging them. And we got a little bit of laundry on the game. In the final seconds here, I wonder how the referees will handle this. If they're going to call it a tie, or if they're going to give them another opportunity to take the victory away. And with handshakes being served out, that's going to be the game. So in the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Boys Lacrosse game and the 11th annual Agganis All-Star Girls game, both games end in a tie. So a lot of good lacrosse this weekend here at Manning Field on Locust Street in Lynn, Massachusetts. This one ends in a 10-10 tie. Some of the standouts, Oliver Pons and Joe Turpin out of the North with 3 goals each. Ryan Dunn, a Lynn Classical midfielder, with 2 goals. Maxwell Hamponian and Mason Simpson with 2 goals for the White. Great lacrosse going on here today. We saw 2 penalties served and one there at the end that did not have the opportunity to be served as time ran out on the clock. I want to say thanks to those of you who are tuning in to watch some All-Star Lacrosse here in the city of Massachusetts in the name of Harry Agganis. From the studio at Lynn Educational Television, I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best and thanking my crew from Lynn Classical coming out. We'll be back with more All-Star matchups throughout the week, so stay tuned.